Schlöffel, InnerSpace Explorers. Today we'll talk a little bit about analysation and how to analyze, what kind of stickers you use, where to put them, and especially what has to be on the sticker and what is not necessary. First of all, gas analysation is super important. Still, killer number one in technical diving is breathing the wrong gas. So if you don't know what's in your tank, you have a possibility to breathe the wrong gas, which can kill you. A lot of people argue, well, I'm diving only air, blah blah, so I don't have to. Yes and no. If you're in an environment where there's only air, you probably don't have to, but as long as you are in an environment where there's a chance that there's something else than gas, so you're on a dive center that offers mixed gas, you're in a dive center that has a nitrox filling station, something like that, you have to analyze your gas, because there's always a chance that some clown mixed up the tanks and you have something else than air in your tanks. It takes a minute and it may save your life. So how to mix, I'll show you when we reach the lake, because we analyze our tanks and then we'll see how this is done. So let's talk a little bit on the difference of back tanks and stages. Analyzing back tanks, obviously, as I just said, is necessary, but the question is, how do we mark them? So there is marking stickers, we put them on the tank. On the back tank, it's basically, it doesn't matter where you put them, because it's very unlikely that during the dive you turn your head 180 degrees, look at the sticker to figure out what you're breathing. So there's a bad joke going, the analysation sticker on the back tanks is from the recovery team to see if it was the gas that killed you. But that's not the reason why we do it. So obviously it makes sense that you can have a look at a bulk of tanks and see, okay, that's the one I filled and analyzed yesterday, so you have a rough clue, is this a nitrox 32 tank or is it a trimix tank or whatever. But this analysation is not for your dive. The moment when you analyze, the final analysation is at a moment straight before the dive. So the rule is you analyze at a moment where you can ensure that your tank is not left unattended in between the analysation and the beginning of the dive. So if you fill at the dive center, you mix, you analyze, and then you leave your tanks overnight to pick them up in the morning, you definitely analyze them again in the morning straight before the dive, because theoretically there's a chance somebody drained them, topped them up, something like that. So you want to be sure that everything's okay. In the end, it basically doesn't matter if you put it on the sticker or not for the dive, because you analyze your tank, you see, okay, that's breathable gas, it's nitrox 32, whatever, you go in the water, everything's good. Of course it's nice to have the sticker on it, because afterwards you may end with, 100 bars, you go back to the filling station, you drop it there, and a week later you want to make a top off, so you know, okay, that's the tank from last time, and you have a rough idea what's in there. Obviously, again, you would analyze it before you top off, because somebody topped it off, dove it, whatever. So basically, on the sticker goes the percentage of oxygen, the date, and your initials. So you know, okay, I did this a week ago, or half a year ago, or 10 years ago, whatever. You know it was you who analyzed it, and you know what your oxygen percentage is. If we talk trimix, the helium percentage is something you can put on if you have a helium analyzer. Otherwise, it should be the balance, right? So if you mix a 2135 and you come up with 21% oxygen, well, the helium should be 35, otherwise your mix would be completely off. So a helium analyzer is nice to have, but you don't have to have one. So it's not a safety related issue. At the same time, if it's 5% plus or minus, on the helium it doesn't matter, on the oxygen it's critical. So looking at stage tank, it's a different story, because the stage is a tank that you start using underwater during the dive. So you may have more than one. So you do your dive, and when you remember the video that we did about stage handling procedures, You tell your buddy, you look at me, switching gas, you show him the tank, is this the correct one? Yeah, that's a 21 meter bottle, for example. And then you need to make sure, it's not only the 21 meter bottle, you need to make sure the 21 meter bottle is filled with a gas that is suitable for 21 meters. In that case, 50% nitrox. So your analyzation sticker should be on the neck of your tank, close to the stage rigging kit, preferably on the inside where you can have a look at it and you see, okay, this is 50.2% or something like that, with your initials and the date. And again, it's analyzed right before the dive, but you have to make sure that you can recognize your own analyzation and you know, okay, this is breathable gas. If there's a tank that is not analyzed, or it is analyzed in a way where you cannot identify when this is done, you cannot breathe it, because it can be everything. Another thing is the MOD. A lot of people will tell you that the MOD, maximum operation depth, of the gas that you analyzed has to be on that sticker, and I never really got that. I mean, if you're diving nitrox 32 and you don't know what your maximum depth is and you need to have it on your tank, you should probably stay out of the water. If it stays on your back tank, again, I mean, what is it, a reminder for your partner when he's swimming behind you to, oh, I cannot exceed 30 meters? I mean, yeah. So if it's on the stage, it's even more stupid because the MOD is on the tank. If it's a 21 meter tank, the 21 meter market is the MOD for this bottle. So why would I have to write it down on my analyzation sticker? And one of the major points for me is that less is better. Less information on the sticker is beneficial for you, because you have to figure out what is relevant for you and what is not. So if I'm, let's say, in a stressful situation, I have to make a gas switch and I look at my analyzation sticker, I do not want to look at this and figure out what of these 10 numbers is relevant for me. I just want to know how much oxygen content does the mix have, and is this validated number, means is it actual from today, and was it me who analyzed it, and not the MOD and the telephone number of the dive club and whatsoever. I mean, it's nonsense. So in short, no MOD on analyzation stickers. Alright, let's talk a little bit about what you use to mark the stages, or the tanks in general. A lot of people use duct tape, the silver one, which works, but if it stays on the tank for a while, it's really hard to remove. It leaves a nasty, sticky stuff on the tanks, so that's not good. Then I see a lot of people using paper-like tape, which first of all goes off, and if it's wet and then in the sun for a while, you basically can't remove it at all. So the best thing you use is electrical tape, which you can write on really nice with a permanent marker, and you can peel it off even after a year or so, and it doesn't leave any marks. So I'll show you that in a minute. And well, basically that's it. Let's do the analyzation, have a look at how the analyzer works, and then make one of these stickers, and you'll see the practical part. Alright, we made it to the lake. We'll do the analyzation now. We have a double 12 here. I removed the first stage on the right side. The reason we analyze on the right side is that the rule of thumb is that we do everything on a double on the right side, which means we put the oxygen in there, we top off on the right side, we analyze on the right side. The reason for that is there was a stupid accident where somebody filled his oxygen on the right side, topped off on the left side, center post was closed, he did the analyzation on the left side, went in thinking he had a perfect mix but was breathing pure oxygen. So we mix, we fill, we top off everything on the right side, we do the analyzation on the right side. So when you do our pre-dive procedures, worst thing that can happen is that on the surface, when we reach for the valve, we realize it's only 100 bars, so we skip the dive. Alright, so we need a piece of tape. I told you it's electrical tape. This one's really nice. So we take a piece of that and put it there, and then we take our analyzer. This is a Screwbro Analox ATA Pro, which can do helium and oxygen. So we switch it on and we calibrate it, give it a little bit of time. So 20.8, and now we do the analysation, which means we open the tank so it blows a little bit of gas. And there should be a 2135 in this one, so 21.3 is a perfectly drivable result. So you can see the numbers stabilized, 21.3. So we can close that. And now we write down what we have. So it's 21% today is 26,616 and my initials. So I would know that this tank contains 21% oxygen. I figured that out on the 26th of June, and I know it was me who did it, and that's basically everything I need to know on a set of doubles. Alright, hope again this helped. Check out our other videos on our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook to see what's going on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.